Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am getting ready to start sowing my seeds for the summer season. I am so excited to finally have my work zone cleaned up after last year. You can see I have my trays all placed out. I have cleaned them thoroughly. I just use recycled plastic from past plant purchases. Of course, you can use whatever you want for seed sowing. Be sure to site them in an area with good sun and easy access to water. And I will be filling these up with soil cube compost and getting these seeds sown, including tomatoes and peppers and eggplants and tons of different flowers. So I hope you'll stay tuned for my progress once I get back into town and I can actually get my summer stuff planted. Now, some of the seeds I'm most excited for this year have come from my favorite seed supplier, Park Seed. And I've decided I'm going to do a huge sunflower display in support of Ukraine. And they have a fabulous collection of sunflowers available on their website, parkseed.com. I'm actually going to get these pre-started in cell packs this year so I can transplant them out with great purpose. Usually I direct seed my sunflowers, but because I got such a great variety of different cultivars, I want to make sure I have a little bit more control over what goes where. Now here in Zone 7, Central North Carolina, we're in the middle of April and we have a frost-free forecast. In fact, the coldest temperatures in our 10-day are only 42 degrees. And that's the sign that for me, it's time to get started on sowing my summer veggies like tomatoes and peppers and eggplant and all the other beautiful flowers that go along with those. Now, my approach is actually as simple as possible. I don't like to sow things inside and then bring them in and out as the temperatures go up and down. So everything that I do gets sown outside, it stays outside. So step number one is just to find a place in your garden that is easy for you to maintain. The key here is, relatively good access to sunlight and easy access to watering, specifically having a hose nearby so that you can keep your seedlings watered. Step number two is to decide what kind of trays you want to sow your seeds in. I have a massive stash of recycled plastic from past plant purchases, and it's my habit just to recycle all of these things season after season. However, you can sow your seeds in whatever vessel you want. You can create seed blocks, you can use recycled toilet paper or paper towel rolls. Really, the sky is the limit as long as it's something that will hold together, that you can put your seed in and keep watered. You can sow your seeds no matter how you want. So what kind of soil should you sow your seeds in? My best recommendation is to use what you're comfortable with. You'll understand how to grow in that and you understand how often it needs to be watered. For me, I transitioned from using peat moss based potting soil to straight soil cube about 6 years ago, and I have never looked back. I think the performance of my seedlings is really top notch, and they don't require being watered as regularly as the peat moss based potting soils do. But again, use what you're comfortable with because that's always going to bring you the most comfort and satisfaction. Now, the most important part, where do you buy your seeds from? Well, I'll admit, I've basically never met a seed supplier that I didn't fall deeply in love with. So there are a lot of great options to choose from. And I think the main thing is just search around on Google, check your local independent garden centers and even box stores, because you'll find that there are great seeds available at many different places. Be sure to just make a list, grow what you love, be practical about it, and recognize that your investment in seed is significantly less than buying plants. What about fertilizer? You do not need fertilizer when you are sowing seeds. In fact, it's really just a waste of those resources. You're better to wait to fertilize until after the seedlings germinate, and then they'll actively be absorbing nutrients. So pause on fertilizing until your seeds germinate. So I hope you will stay tuned for my progress as I get started on my summer 2022 seed sowing. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.